ever panic attack completely changed the way I feel about fear. And to understand this, you have to know that for my entire life, I was an athlete, right? I found not only satisfaction, but joy in the feeling of when I'm doing my sport, not being able to breathe, not being able to get the regular feelings back, being comfortable with being uncomfortable, not only being comfortable being uncomfortable, but being happy with being uncomfortable. So I'm used to breathing hard, sweating, pounding heart. And then all of a sudden, I had this panic attack where my breath, I couldn't control it. It increased. My heart was pounding. I'm sweating. My body physically hurt. Any joint that ever had any pain in it before immediately came back. Back tightened up, knees hurt. Feelings I've all had and actually enjoyed. Some of the happiest moments of my life came with these feelings, but this panic attack completely ruined it, right? I didn't know what to do, right? My first ever time, I didn't know what was happening. I tried to control my breath. Nothing I did worked. No real exercises, nothing. Once I got out of it, I realized I had to do something because this is going to come back, right? This is a reoccurring thing. I know this, so I want to do something. And unlike a rational, smart human being, I didn't go to the internet for answers. I used whatever I thought could be right. And because I'm crazy, that included waterboarding myself. Yes, after every single shower, I would turn the water all the way to cold, get on my knees, and stare into the water. Why did I do this? Because when that water is coming down on you, you can't breathe. It replicates the feeling of that panic attack. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying to do this. That is absolutely insane. What I am saying is that maybe we could train ourselves for the moments we can't control, right? I realized that we could actually kind of train ourselves for the bad moments, you know? And why can't we train our brains the same way the military trained its soldiers? See, when the military trains their soldiers, they train them in the most universal ways and drill it over and over and over again, right? So it becomes enemy, bang, enemy, bang, enemy, bang. And they do it in universal ways because they want the soldiers to be ready for anything, meaning things that they know have happened before and things that no one has ever seen before or could predict. Because we all know that war and battle is very unpredictable. So you have to train your soldiers to be able to not have to think, but to just do, right? Boom, 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 boom. Well, why can't we do that for our brains? So we can't control most of what happens to us in our life. The same way soldiers can't necessarily control what the other side does to them. But we can control how we react to those moments, how we feel after those moments, right? We can't necessarily control the event and how we feel after that. Like, that's like crazy to me to say, oh, life's too short to be sad, but you cannot control being sad or feeling bad or angry. They happen. It's a natural human reaction. But we can control how we feel after that, what we do after that, our actions after that moment. Which is why I come up with a set of mental models that anyone can use to help when the bad things happen, right? These aren't get out of jail free cards, but they're tools to use when bad things happen, when you're feeling bad, when you're stuck in a rut, right? It's not only for when bad things happen, but a way of life, right? Something that you do when everything's going great, when things are mundane, and when things are low. Because when things get really low, you're gonna be able to just react. Same way a soldier does after the training. Now, once again, this is not, I want to preface this, not something to just get you out of never feeling bad ever again. This is not naivety. This is not toxic positivity. It is simply tools for you to use. The same way a carpenter uses a hammer, the same way an artist uses a paintbrush. All it is for your life, okay? Now, stay tuned because over the next few days, I'm going to go deep dive into all of these. But let me give you a brief overview in a few seconds that I have left. 1, unrelenting, rational optimism. Okay? What that means is basically, it's not being a blind optimist to the point of, oh my God, everything's going to turn out right. Nothing bad's ever going to happen. No. What it means is being pessimistic in the sense of bad things will happen. You're rational in that sense, right? That's reasonable. You know bad things will happen. Pessimistic Also in the sense that you believe the thing that's going to happen is going to be far worse. So you prepare for that. You don't get down on it, right? It's that's where the unrelenting part comes. You can't get down on it, okay? And then optimistic in the sense that it's going to work out. I believe optimism and confidence are interchangeable. They're synonyms, right? It's a self-belief that you will figure out what is going to happen. You're going to figure it out. You don't know how, you don't know when, but you're going to figure it out. Once again, stay tuned because tomorrow I'll come a deep dive on this. 2, being rationally unrational. Taking the boundaries of the universe and life and what we could actually do and being unrational in the sense of how we typically think about things. How other people typically think about things, okay? Being able to go that one step further. That belief of, everyone thinks this is unrational, unreasonable, can't happen because their thoughts are limiting. It's increasing and living on the boundaries of what people think is possible because you can go further. Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, founding fathers were all told that they were unrational, unreasonable. We could take that into our personal lives, right? When it comes to handling a tough time, people say, oh, that's unreasonable. That can't happen. You can't do that. You're living a pipe dream. No, right? You want your actions to become something where people say, yeah, that works for you, but I could never do that. That is what's unrational to most people, okay? Most people are stuck. You don't want to be them. Okay, so those are the 2. I'm not going to give away the other ones yet, but just stay tuned because the rest of the week, we're going to be going deep dive into each one of them.